Hey guys, I hope you're all well today. So today's video is a new load order video for my PC or PC in general. A lot of you guys have asked on the Let's Play what mods I'm actually using, so here's not a quick rundown. It took longer than I expected, coming in like 35 minutes long, which is actually quite surprising. I did try to speak quite quickly and move through the list as quickly as possible, so I do apologize for being so long. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing as I'm trying to reach 2,000 by the end of the year. Without further ado, let's get on with the video. To actually show mods on PC is a little bit different how you would do it on Xbox. You can't just go into the mods page and show all the plugins because some mods on PC don't actually have plugins. So starting from there, we have Bellyacre's 4K animal and creature pack. This obviously retextures animals and creatures within the game, making them look a lot nicer and changes their design slightly as well in 4K quality. Following that, we have SSE engine fixes part 1. There is part 2 as well, but that doesn't have a file at all. You place that in the same place where you would put SKSE. So basically, engine fixes just add some updates to the general engine of the game and making it run better with fewer crashes, especially when you have a lot of mods in the game. Following that, we have a Medium Born Book of Silence SE Complete. This is a complete retexture of the armors within the game, so if you do have a armor replacer, this will also overwrite that and make them look nicer with the new textures. Following that, we have Spriggans SE. This is a remesh and retextures of Spriggans within the game, and honestly they look really amazing as well. After that, we have AK Night Skies, Stars and Galaxy Cathedral Concept Night Skies Milky Realism 4K version. This one's probably self-explanatory really. It updates the Night Skies and give them a nice 4K look. Following that, we have a Quality World map, Vivid with Stone Roads. Adds in a quality world map with stone roads. I don't think this is actually necessary if you generate your LODs with Dyndolod like I do, but I guess I always just download it out of habit on PC, to be perfectly honest with you. And following that, we have a Bissell Wind Magic. This mod is purely in here because it was just a mod that I reviewed, well not reviewed, shown off in one of my videos, so this one is completely optional. Following that, we have Achievements Mod Enabler. This just allows you to gain achievements while playing the game when it's modded. I wish this was available for Xbox, to be honest, but you know, we can't win them all. Address Library for SKSE plugins, all-in-one Anniversary Edition. Please make sure you get the right version of all these mods for whatever version of the game you are using. This is just like a it's a plugin that it doesn't really do much on its own. Other mods require it. So obviously when you are downloading mods, make sure you get all the requirements beforehand. Following that, we have Fleet Knight. This is a very nice armor set. I did do the video on this. I think it was in must have mods number 9 if I'm correct. So if you want to know what it looks like, go check out my 5 must have Skyrim mod videos. Following that, we have Alternate Start Live Another Life. This mod allows you to start the game very quickly and choose how you want to begin your adventure in the world of Tamriel. Following that, we have Alternate Start No More Blinking Lights ELFX fix. So like me, I'm using the enhanced lights in FX. This obviously fixes it with an alternate start, so when you're walking around in that little room, it's not blinking lights everywhere. Following that, we have the Amfit Body Slide preset version 1.1. This is the body slide preset that I actually am using for my female character within the game. Personally, it looks absolutely amazing as well. After that, we have Animation Motion Revolution. I believe this is the updated version of Dynamic Animation Replacer. I'm not 100% on that. I can't remember, to be perfectly honest, but if you just, you know, search on the Nexus, it should tell you what it does. Following that, we have the Astoref Near Automata 3BA. This is another armor set. Purely I had this in here because it was one of the armor sets that I used in my Let's Play, so completely optional. Following that, we have BD's Armor and Clothes Replacer CBBE 3BA all in one, along with the update file for that, so make sure you do grab this as well. This is obviously an armor and clothes replacer for the game. It is on the skimpier side, so if you don't like skimpy clothing, then don't download it, but it's probably the best one you can get for the free BBA body style. Following that we have Beards. I can't even say that guy's name. Beards Aesthetics updates the beards within the game to make them a little bit more high textured as well, so male characters actually have decent looking beards. Then we have Beijing, Your Body Slide, Mesh and Textures all in one. So if you can, as you can see, I'm using all the Beijing files right here. It just makes sure that the Beijing NPCs actually use my meshes and textures. Following that we have the BNP Female Skin 4K CBBE Placer. One of the options I use in this is the freckled body, so that's how my character has freckles all over the body. So if you want to recreate my character, then that's one of the options you'll have to choose. Following that we have Body Slide in Outfit Studio. I'm pretty sure everyone who's modding Skyrim on PC will have this mod in the mod list at some point. I kind of feel like it's a hard requirement for any mod list if you're going to be modding it with a lot of armors and stuff. Following that we have Breeze Home, Ellie's Breeze Home Overhaul. It says what it does in the tin really. It's a Breeze Home mod, makes it look absolutely amazing, tons of storage for all of your stuff on your adventures. Following that we have Brows, updates the eyebrows within the game to be more high textured and a lot of different more options to choose from. Following that we have CBBE Body Enhancer. It's literally probably the most popular body mod on Skyrim for Xbox and PC. So yeah, it's honestly so good. I recommend you obviously use it. Obviously you need it with the body mod that I am using as well. Then we have CBBE Bodies Enhancer, CBBE AECC Outfits. So this basically just reshapes the outfits to the CBBE body from the Creation Club content. Following that we have Campfire, a complete camping system. This one is a little awkward to get completely working. I don't know why it isn't fully updated for Anniversary Edition yet. Maybe the mod author is just not bothered anymore with the game. But that's why you need the mod Campfire 1.12.1 and Frostfall 3.4.1. It makes it compatible with the mod configuration menu. Following that we have CBBE 3BA. Obviously this is a update of CBBE, but obviously to the 3BA style. I'm not 100% what the difference is. I know it overwrites it, and obviously CBBE standard is a requirement for the 3BBA. Following that we have CBPC Physics and Collisions for SSE. Make sure obviously you get the correct version for the type of Skyrim you are using. It is another requirement for the 3BBA mod. And then we have the Creation Club Content Anniversary cleaned and upscaled. If anything is using vanilla texture still from the Creation Club content, it will be upscaled and cleaned. Obviously if you do have texture mods, let them overwrite this, because obviously you want to see the texture mods in use. And then we have all of the City of North mods and all the required patches as well. I won't go over all them. I'm pretty sure everyone knows what Cities of the North does at this point. But honestly, probably is the best small town replacer you can get in the game. Following that we have complementary grass fixes. Another requirement for like a lot of the grass mods and stuff like Cities of the North. It just stops grass poking through places where you shouldn't see it. Following that we have Console Util SSE. Again, it's another mod that doesn't do anything on its own, but it is a requirement for a lot of other mods, so make sure if it is required for any of the mods you do download to actually get it. Following that we have Constellation Magic. Again, this one is a optional one. I was just using it for obviously one of my 5 must-have Skyrim mod videos. And again, we have more Cities of the North patch collection, so make sure you do get all these, because obviously they are quite important. It should auto select all the mods that you need patching if they are in this collection as well. Following that we have Diversity, a character overhaul, and Diversity character consistency patch. This is probably the best NPC replacer in the game. It does cover every NPC in the game and makes them look absolutely amazing. Obviously let Beijing overwrite this, so obviously you see them as well. But this is a good foundation for making every single character in the game look amazing. Following that we have Dungeons Revisited. This updates a lot of the dungeons within the game, giving them a completely new layout and a completely bunch of new options to explore through the dungeons itself. Bleak Falls Barrow feels like a completely different place to me. I got lost in there. You would have saw that in one of the episodes. Yeah, it was fun and stressful. That's all I'm going to say. This is all the Dyndolod mods. The output is something I have generated myself. These three here are actually like part of the files that you need to actually run Dyndolod. If you do want to learn how to actually generate your own LODs and stuff, I recommend you check out the video by GamerPoets. He has done an amazing job explaining how to do it. That's how I learned to do it, and I highly recommend you check out his videos on how to learn tutorials for modern Skyrim on PC. I'll put a link to his channel in the description because he deserves it. He's done such amazing work. Following that, we have ELFX fixes. Obviously, this is just some fixes for enhanced lights and FX. Moving on from there, we have Ellie's Breeze Home optimization packages and patches. Again, I got this obviously for the patches just to make sure Breeze Home is fully compatible with everything else within the mod list. Following that, we have Ellie Bifrost 3BBA. This is another armor set that is purely here at this point because it was just used in one of my videos. And obviously we have enhanced lights and FX. This overhauls the interior lighting. It can overhaul the exterior lighting as well, but I prefer to use a weapon mod for that myself. And then we come onto the ENED mods, which is Banners 4K, ENED Septums 4K, and ENED Shields 4K. It retextures obviously banners, septums, and shields within the game, and I personally think they look amazing. And then we move on to some interesting mods, the Environs mods. So as you can see, I have quite a lot of these. So if you want to get all these, just simply search Environs and it'll bring them all up. So basically what these mods do is over time, for example, let me come to the Western Watchtower. So after the dragon has attacked, slowly over time after you've defeated that dragon, it will get rebuilt and become a brand new tower, which I think is really cool. And obviously, as you can see here, there's a lot of them that will have this same effect. And some of them do have patch collections, so make sure you do get them, and they all do require the master plugin. Make sure you also grab that. But I do recommend that these always get put into a loader because they're absolutely amazing mods. Following that, we have Expressive Face Gen Morphs. This is a requirement for how my female character looks. I'm not going to go into too much detail until I actually get to the preset for my female character, and then I can just explain it further on there. Following that, we have Expressive Facial Animation Female Edition. And then we have Faster HD TSMP. This is another requirement for the 3BA. Following that, we have File Access Interface for Skyrim SE scripts. Again, this is a mod that doesn't do anything really on its own. It is a requirement for a lot of mods though, so again, if it is required, make sure you do download it. Following that, we have Fluffy Fox Poser SE. This is a non-requirement mod. This is something I use for the thumbnails of my mods, for my videos, should I say. Following that, we have Folkvinger Grass and Landscape Overhaul. I'm pretty sure I let Skyland overwrite this, but I keep the grass, and obviously the landscape gets overwritten by Skyland. Following that, we have Ginu Gap 3BA. This is another armor mod. It was actually used in my latest Let's Play episode. Really good looking armor, but again, completely optional. Following that, we have Girly Animation version 1.2. This overhauls the female walking, running, and like jogging, I think it is, or whatever the hell it is, animations within the game to give them obviously more of a girly appearance. Following that, we have grass fixes for Creation Club mods. So obviously, for an example, the homestead outside of Whiterun. If you have a grass mod, the grass is poking right through all the way up into the main entrance of the door. Obviously, this mod removes that grass and leaves a nice path there for you to walk through. After that, we have High Poly Head, another requirement of my female character. This mod can be downloaded off-site from Nexus, but again, once you see who my female character preset is, you will get a link to download this. It is off-site though. Following out, we have Immersive Citizens AI Overhaul. This makes the citizens within the game, or NPC should I say, act more immersive. They go about their daily lives a bit more immersively, and don't act like robots, should I say. Following that, we have Immersive Patrols Light. I choose the light version because I think it's the normal version. It has like massive battles going on, and I just like sometimes they can cause like CDDs. And I just don't want to risk that, so I've chosen Immersive Patrols Light, and obviously they will, like, patrols will patrol their borders of where they are, so like Whiterun guards or Imperial guards will patrol Whiterun and stuff like that and so forth. Following that, we have Improved Eyes Skyrim. Again, this is another mod requirement of my female preset character. After that, we have J Containers SE, another mod that doesn't really do much on its own, but is required by a lot of mods. So again, if it is required, make sure you do get it. Following that, we have the JK's mods, which is the JK Mark of Outskirts, the patch collection for it, JK's Riften Outskirts, and the patch collection for it. And then we have JK Skyrim all-in-one and all the patches that require it as well. Then we have Kayla's Eyes, another mod that is also required of my female character. And obviously the update mod going along with that. Coriolanus Eyebrows as well. Coriolanus Makeup Tweaks, obviously these are all requirements of my female character within game. After that, we have KS Hairdos SSE. Adds in a whole bunch of new hairs for males and females within the game. Landscape fixes for grass mods, and obviously the corresponding patches that go with it. For example, Immersive Citizens, JKs, and obviously Cities of the North. Following that, we have Lanterns of Skyrim 2. Adds lanterns along the roadside that actually have interaction with the weather, which is really, really cool. There's a bunch of add-ons that you can get for this that you can install if you so chose to. But I prefer just to have the lanterns and have like people working on them and stuff like that. Following that, we have Lilith Sickle 1.0 should I say. Again, another completely optional mod. This was just used in my Let's Play episode 3, so again, completely optional. After that, we have MCM Helper. Again, this mod does nothing on its own, a requirement by a lot of mods, like I said. MFG Fix, again, a mod that does nothing on its own really, but is required by a lot of mods, so make sure you do get these if you are using mods that require them. Following that, we have Missive, and Missives are in Skyrim main patch. So Missives adds like a notice board into towns and smaller villages where you can claim quests and earn some gold. And Missives are in Skyrim. Basically, just make sure you're not getting quests in like Solstheim and stuff like that, so you can actually stay in Skyrim and progress quite well. Following that, we have a quest mod, which is Moon and Star. This was well, I wouldn't say it's an optional one, but I recommend you still keep it in and try it out because it was a very good quest mod. I completed it in, obviously, my Let's Play today. I'm still recording this on the same day, obviously, my episode 3 came out. But I do recommend you download Moon and Star and give it a shot. Following that, we have Natural Waterfalls. For this, I chose to have the water textures along with no jumping salmon. I feel like it's probably the best water mod you can get these days, in my personal opinion. And the waterfalls do look absolutely amazing, but obviously you need the no jumping salmon option checked when you're installing this, purely because they'll start jumping for rocks if you don't. Nemesis Unlimited Behavior Engine. So there is two mods that you can get. You can either get Nemesis Unlimited Behavior Engine, or you can get Force New Idols in Skyrim. I'm personally using Nemesis right now. I tend to switch between the two, depends on when a certain mod requires one or the other, and if I can just make the switch cleanly, I will. So Nemesis is and Force New Idols in Skyrim basically the applications that allow you to have custom animations within the game. And obviously when you do install a mod that has new animations and says that Nemesis or Force New Idols is required, you just run one or the other. Obviously you can't have both installed, you got to have one or the other. And it will obviously allow them new animations to be injected into the game. Following that, we have Nordic UI. I used to love this mod on Xbox, but obviously it did cause my game to crash on the main menu, and since that's the only thing that did touch the main menu on Xbox, there's clearly something wrong with it on the Xbox version, but on PC it looks absolutely stunning and makes the UI seem more modern compared to what it normally looks like. Following that, we have Northern Scenery, Avengund, Ansvilvund, and Bleaksfold Barrow, and Whiterun's Tundra. I still haven't really noticed what these mods do. It's supposed to add some more stuff into these areas to make the area feel a bit more fleshed out. But I don't know if I just haven't explored enough, or it's because I'm just like too busy trying to record a video. I haven't focused on checking these areas out. But apparently it adds more scenery in there, and I recommend obviously these mods you do get, because the scenery is there. I'm just too oblivious to it. Following that, we have Northern Vanilla Farmhouses. There's a few different versions of this mod, not by the same mod author, but I've gone with the Northern Vanilla Farmhouses purely because it changes the roof to obviously have the northern aesthetic, but not so much where you walk in the building and it looks completely different in the interior to the exterior. It'll keep it vanilla looking, so when you walk in, it will match what you see on the inside as the outside. Open Animation Replacer. Okay, so this is the one that replaces Dynamic Animations Replacer. I got confused. I don't know what the other one was. It must be a requirement for something. So this, a lot of mods will require this, this or the Dynamic Animation Replacer, but this is what should replace it. Don't download Dynamic Animation Replacer anymore. Get Open Animation Replacer. It's more up to date and runs way better. So yeah. And then we have the Jarl Longhouse Replacer, option 2. I believe this one is the one that's compatible with cities of the north. It makes the Jarl Longhouses look a bit more northern as well. Then we have Papyrus Extender, again, and Papyrus Tweaks. These two mods, again, like I always say, are not like nothing on their own really, but are required by a lot of mods to actually work. So definitely always recommend you get these in your load order. And then we have Papyrus Utility AESE, again required by a lot of mods, doesn't do much on its own. And then we have Patches for Diversity, a character overhaul, Diversity Unofficial Skyrim Special Edition update patch. Obviously it's just a patch for the unofficial Skyrim Special Edition, so make sure you do get that as well. Then we have the Pomona Amphora Body Slide preset, free BBA, free BBB. This mod is completely not required. It was one that I used to use for a body slide preset, but I don't anymore and just haven't removed yet. Then we have Poser Hotkeys Plus. Again, this is not required at all. This is just a mod I use for making my thumbnails for my videos. Then we have Power of Freeze Tweaks. This is another mod that doesn't do much on its own, but obviously mods require it, so make sure you do get that. Then we have Pretty Combat Animations. This overhauls the obviously combat animations in the game to obviously make them look a bit more feminine and a bit more flashy as well. Following up, we have QUI. So this is a mod that when you do load into the game, you can press F11 and it'll bring up all the mods that you have installed, and you can just scroll through the mods that you have there, and you can literally select them and get the items or armor or weapons or whatever they have and put them into your inventory, so you don't actually have to use the console command and search for it. Following that, we have Quick Loot RE. So like in Fallout, you can walk up to a body and just quickly loot it. You don't have to open up a menu, and obviously this gets implemented into Skyrim. And I've seen people saying that they've had issues with it, but if you install it correctly and obviously follow the guy's instructions on how to do so, you won't have any issues. I've never experienced any issues with it anyway. Race menu player rotation. So obviously this allows you to rotate your character in the race menu, so you can get a good view of everything like the hair, face and stuff like that. Race menu Anniversary Edition. Obviously make sure you get the correct version for whatever Skyrim you are using. Obviously I'm using the Anniversary Edition. At this point I think it's probably easier just to upgrade to the Anniversary Edition. I don't mean like the paid version, but just like the most latest version of Skyrim. A lot of the mods are now updated for it, and I haven't seen like any mods that really I'm missing out on by having not to downgrade. Following that, we have the race menu high heels fixes. So when an armor mod actually has high heels, just make sure that they don't clip into the ground, and obviously brings them up out of the ground, so you don't see that horrible clipping. Following that, we have relationship dialogue overhaul and patches. Obviously this overhauls the conversations that you can have with NPCs and makes it a bit more interesting and make sure they have a lot more to say to you. Following that, we have remove useless plants. I can't remember why I have this. I don't know if it's still needed or not, but I think it's to do with one of the grass mods, or a grass mod that I had, or this the one that I have now. Because because obviously I don't think it matched the aesthetic of the rest of the grass that was in the game, and obviously these dead bushes just look completely out of place. So I'm not 100% if this is still required. I need to have a look into it, to be perfectly honest with you, so I don't know. Following that, we have Renee High Poly Nord preset, and this is the female character preset I actually am using on my female character. I've done a lot of like looking through all the obviously presets that you can get, and this one has been my favorite for a long time now, and I'd highly recommend you check it out. Obviously, when you go onto the mod page, make sure you get all the requirements, and this is obviously where you'll get the link for the high poly head as well. Following that, we have rendered poses. Again, not needed to download this mod. It is just one that I use for my thumbnails like all the other ones. After that, we have Right Vice Sword Stender. It's optional, but it is a really cool sword mod. It's in a few different versions of the sword as well, one-handed and two-handed, and obviously an alternate texture one as well that looks really nice. After that, we have Rotor Stormcloak. This is a house just outside of Windhelm that suits obviously a Stormcloak or a warrior, and it looks so cozy and absolutely beautiful. Then we have RSSE Children Overhaul 1.13 with Hotfix 1, overhauls the children within the game, making them not look like potatoes. Following that, we have Ryan Rio's Dark Elf Blader. This is a armor mod, again completely optional. I just used it for one of my videos. After that, we have Ryan's Standing Stones. It overhauls how the standing stones in the game actually look. Well, not look, it overhauls the area that they're actually at, making it look a bit more interesting. Some places get enemies, some places just get more clutter, and makes it look more unique, to be perfectly honest with you. Following that, we have Seamless Varied Feminine Idols. So if you have noticed in my Let's Play, when I'm stood still, my character will actually just do some idols. That is this mod right here, and obviously this does require OAR. After that, we have Sherwood Huntress 3BBA. Again, another armor mod, completely optional, just used it in one of my previous videos. Then we have Skyhood version 0.90BV4. This is required by Nordic UI. Obviously Nordic UI will overwrite this, but obviously when you go to the Nordic UI page, just make sure you get all the requirements and install them in the correct order. After that, we have Skyland All-in-One. This is like the main texture mod that I'm using for my game. It looks absolutely amazing on PC and amazing on Xbox as well. Following that, we have Skyland Bits and Bobs, a clutter overhaul. Obviously just retextures the clutter within the game. Then we have Skyrim 3D Trees and Plants. Obviously make sure you do get the patches for this if you are using mods that need patches for it. After that, we have Skyland Landscape and Water Fixes, Skyland Landscape and Water Fixes Creation Club Farming Patch. So what this mod does, the best way to give an example is if you're at the Standing Stones and you make your way to Riverwood, if you look at the river, you'll notice there's like a random patch of like land that just goes across the river that isn't there when you get closer to it. This mod basically fixes that. From what I've noticed, it doesn't show up anymore. After that, we have SKSE64. This mod is a hard requirement for any loader. You need it for like 90% of mods these days, and I understand why, because obviously it allows modders to do so much more with the game. For this, just Google SKSE and obviously make sure you download the correct version for your version of Skyrim. Following that, we have Skyrim World Randomizer. This mod randomizes every single door within the game. This mod is not required in any shape or form. It was just used for a video. Following that, we have Sky UI Survival Mode, and obviously Sky UI itself. The survival mode is a patch obviously to make it compatible with the Bethesda version of survival. After that, we have Sparkling Torchbug Particles. This is another mod that I used in my 5 must-have Skyrim mods video, but I do recommend keeping it in there. Obviously it makes the Torchbugs look a lot better in my opinion. Following that, we have Spell Perk Item Distributor. I'm pretty sure this is required by one of the spell mods that I have, or did have. I can't remember if I removed it or not. Completely optional, unless obviously, like I said, one of the previous mods require it. So make sure you obviously check the requirements on that one. Following that, we have splashes of Skyrim and splashes of storms. Obviously, one of them makes the rain actually have splashes on the water and on objects and stuff like that, and the other one I can't remember, to be perfectly honest. I'm not sure if they're both required for each other to work, so don't, maybe someone let me know. I can't remember, it's been so long since obviously I've installed these mods, so I can't 100% tell you what they both do, unfortunately. Following that, we have Static Mesh Improvement Mod, SMIM. Obviously when I install this, I make sure to get the full version. I'm sure everybody knows what this mod is, and it is a hard requirement for most loaders. I don't mean like it is required by anything, but if you've got the VRAM, you might as well use it. And obviously let most mods that you do download overwrite this, obviously, because most times newer mods will have obviously the static meshes improved already and come with patches for this mod. Following that, we have stronger swimming animations. This overhauls the obviously swimming within the game to have new animations, and it makes it completely look way better. I feel like it makes it look like a current gen game and not like a 12-year-old game like we have now. Following that, we have text gen output. Again, completely ignore this. If you do obviously want to generate your own LODs, then like I said, check out GamerPoets videos. He explains it perfectly, and he has amazing tutorials for learning how to mod Skyrim on PC. Then we have the Cause Eliade Crystals 2K. This was required for a quest mod that I was actually recording a video on, but it just kept going so badly and I just never ended up doing it. It was basically using textures from this mod, obviously, to make some textures within the mod quest mod itself look better. Following up, we have Wheel of Time. This is a quest mod that I'm still using on my Let's Play. It actually gave us access to our new follower mod, and we should see this quest mod come into play in the next episode. You can progress the quest like every few days or so, which I think is really cool, because obviously it brings fresh content in at any random point, and it is unpredictable, so I like that. Following that, we have UI extensions. Again, a mod that doesn't do very much on its own, but is required by a lot of mods. After that, we have unofficial Skyrim Special Edition patch. Again, it is a hard requirement because 90% of the mods out there do require this mod to function correctly. This mod obviously fixes bugs and glitches and Bethesda themselves never got around to fixing. Sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. This is a lot of talking, because there's a lot of mods to go through here. After that, we have Vivid Weather's Definitive Edition. I'm actually thinking about changing this mod for a different one, but if I do that, I'll update the pinned comment and let you guys know, so you can switch to it if you want to. After that, we have wearable lanterns. Obviously this adds in a wearable lantern that can be purchased from a shop or crafted, I believe, as well, that you can carry around and obviously see where you're going at night when it's dark if you're not on the roadside. And obviously we have patches there for the wearable lanterns as well. Then we have Whiterun, the City of Trees, JK patched. This mod isn't patched like it is there. I actually went into the Creation Club, the Creation Kit, and edited it and fixed it to work with JK. I can't upload this obviously because I'm not the mod author, and he no longer has mods on the Nexus. He, if you go into his profile on the Nexus, I don't know if you guys want to know exactly what it is, but I can post a link in the description, obviously, to his Nexus page. He has a link to all his mods. So obviously, if you want to patch it for JK Skyrim as well, then obviously you'll have to download the Creation Kit and do that. But I can't upload this one myself, so that's unfortunate. But adds in trees to Whiterun that can be viewed from inside and obviously outside. The LODs are already generated and works really well and looks absolutely beautiful. Following that, we have Wolfcry Armor SE. A armor set that is completely optional again as well. It was just used in one of my previous videos. Ignore Xlod Gen. Again, this is to do with Dyndolod's mods, or applications should I say. So again, if you obviously want to learn how to do the generating your own LODs, I recommend obviously GamerPoets, like I've said like 5 times today. But yeah, and finally we have the XP32 Maximum Skeleton Special Extended. This is the skeleton. It is a core for the body mods and a lot of animation mods, I believe. I don't actually know if it's for animation mods or not, but it is required by body mods and some armors as well. So yeah, that is the complete list. That was quite long, and I apologize that my speech did get a little tongue-tied there. I'm getting a little bit dry in the mouth, and obviously I did want to take a drink, but I didn't want to break my rhythm of going through all this, so I do apologize if my speech isn't as clear as it normally is. But yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. I may, if I want, if there's enough people asking for it, make this into a collection so you can just download it and at the click of a button, or a click of many buttons, to just click download over and over and over if you don't have the premium Nexus subscription. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and obviously if you do want to see this in action other than the gameplay that you're seeing right now on screen, go check out my Let's Play. But yeah, anyways guys, this has been Shiro. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.